welcome back, everyone, to episode 5 of the podcast. I do apologise that we are 2 weeks late on this podcast, just unforeseen circumstances, we'll say that much. We're going to kick things off with, yet again, some Pokemon talk. We want to discuss Pokemon Snap because we haven't got long until Pokemon Snap's officially out. We've got 2 weeks, give or take, I think. Is it like give it 2 weeks ish or so?
14 days. That's 2
And
weeks.
we did get the Japanese one come out last week, didn't it? There was like a new in-depth trailer, and then we got the English one this week, which has got me more excited for the game because there's some actually cool shit in there that I didn't even know about.
Yeah, it's looking dope.
Actually, I haven't seen the second trailer.
Oh, the trailer's so good. It's like
Bloody hell, Link!
I should probably look it up.
You should have done your own work.
the trailer's like 7 minutes long. It's pretty good. They show a lot of detail stuff. Like
2 hours ago, yeah. Probably
I know they start out at the beginning of how to use your camera.
What do you think of the professor's name?
I don't even remember. It's so bland.
Professor Mirror. Literally M-I-R-R, Professor Mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. That kind of
guess because
I don't know.
That's a dumb name. Because I'm used to professors with tree names.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think you
Mirror.
should kept the tree.
Is there a mirror tree?
I don't think so.
I think it might be to reference like the fact that cameras have like do they have mirrors inside of them or something?
Yeah, probably.
They do. Yeah.
I'm imagining the
assume it'd be
lenses
something like
would,
that, but-
like expensive lenses would.
Yeah.
But if you called him Professor Lens with like Lenz or something like that, that'd have been such a better name, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it is the lentil region. Is it?
Yeah, but
Lentil,
lentil, if you think about it, lentil is like not a bean. What is it,
Lentil.
like a seed?
It's a plant. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bean or whatever.
It's like a small
I'm
little
sorry.
it's like grains almost.
I'm sorry, boys, but you said lentil, and it just reminded me of an old Jimmy Carr joke. And it's what's the difference between a lentil and a chickpea? I never pay to have a lentil on my face.
Yeah, it's sort of a bean, yeah. Almost like a bean.
Tragic.
Oh my god.
Tragic.
I don't think Pikachu laughed at that one. I think we're gonna have to give him a sub. We didn't get him.
See, the professor looks like Legends just said in chat. The professor looks a lot like Professor Birch.
He does. When he said that in chat earlier, I noticed that. I didn't really think of it until then. Like when he mentioned that, like he really does. Pretty similar. Like not as bulky, but facial hair.
That was tragic, mate. That was you was grasping, and it was just tragic.
I was trying
he's
so
got-
hard to say my
He's
sentence
got
there
hair.
without trying to laugh.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, I didn't know what to say because I'm looking at Alpha. Sitting there dying.
Well,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
You should be used to this by now.
The thing that we saw in that trailer, that's like 6-7 minute long trailer, was I pointed it out on stream today. Was kind of you get like a calling card, like a tag. You get called something for kind of your rank.
Newbie.
You get like a rank
think they-
name,
Oh.
which I quite
I
like.
think they have
Okay.
it in Pokken
That's
as well,
cool.
I believe. I think they have it in Pokken Tournament.
Because for me, I like getting shit like that because I used to play Call of Duty a lot and getting some sort of like cheesy little card with a cool fucking name on it. I like that shit. Something to strive
Yeah.
towards. Like especially because they said there's
Yeah.
going to be leaderboards as well that you can rank up or something.
I
Yeah,
wonder if those
Yeah, yeah.
leaderboards are the online pictures that you post, like your custom designs, and you put the glasses on, like the Beware. I wonder if it's for that.
Professor Beware.
Legends just made a good point there too. You know, the shimmering Pokemon could be the shinies for Snap. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Cool.
think
I could see
so.
that.
I don't think it would be the case either, but it could be. Like, you know how Galar had fucking what were they called? Brilliant Pokemon with the gold auras. They could have their own form of brilliance or
Mm.
something like that.
So one
I
She's
was
in the-
kind of
more valuable.
assuming like the cool reward you get at the end of a level, kind of.
Well, they made a
Yeah.
big deal out of that
I don't know if that makes
Meganium,
sense.
didn't they? That was all shimmering or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
I wonder if
I
that's the only one
think
they're gonna show.
I think
as
there's
well.
gonna be I think the shiny variants because. mm, I'm not-
The
Hi,
cat just
Edie.
walking.
What? I'm so
You love to see
confused.
it. This cat literally walked past the camera like that.
Brilliant.
That was too perfect. That was too perfect. I forgot what we were fucking talking about. Oh my god. Shiny,
The shimmering
shiny,
Pokemon.
yeah, the shimmery, shiny things. I want there to
Yeah.
be shinies in it though.
Yeah.
To be fair, whether you
I
can
do too. I
reset or
like-
whatnot to hunt them, I don't know about that. But
No,
No.
what I'd like is like when you're going through each run of the map, every single Pokemon on the map is all going to be in their own place. If it's anything like the old one, like they're all in fixed locations. You just got to have the right RNG for one of them to fucking roll shiny as you're going through the fucking map, and then you'll get your extra points if you get your picture of it, right?
mm,
About an hour ago, A Drive is playing through the old Pokemon Snap at the moment on a stream. I think he's uploading it to YouTube. I was watching
Okay.
it. He was kept playing through the same level and over again to see, and I was kind of curious as to why. And I'm watching. He's sitting there. He's chucking all his apples at the Pokemon, and they're doing something different every time he runs through. He's trying to get a good new picture every time they run through, and it's like it's something different every time. He's trying to
Yeah.
capture every Pokemon possible because it's hard. They go jump out of the water quick. It's just quick movements. You gotta have the quick
Yeah.
reaction time to get a picture.
Yep.
So he's trying to go through and get every possible Pokemon there is.
I can
Yeah.
see that adding
Yeah.
frustration
See.
to it though, which is kind of good in a video game. You know, to get the hard. Like a few weeks ago, I think we discussed it on the first podcast, where I was taking the piss and like, oh, you just take pictures of Pokemon. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
But I can see I'm someone that gets frustrated at video games, and I can see, like you just said, Splatty, Pokemon zipping in and out. You've got to have a quick kind of trigger finger to get that fucking shot. That adds some more excitement to the game. Getting frustrated at a game.
Yeah, because he was
Like,
going through like a river level, and there was a Magikarp that pop up. It was 2 times
Yeah,
Magikarp popped up real quick.
Yep.
He had a
Remember, I was actually telling you guys about this during, I think, the last podcast we talked about Snap. You actually had to knock the Magikarp out of the river, up onto the riverbank, so that a Mankey kicked it over a fucking cliff. And then when you got around the bend in the river, you had to hit it with a pester ball to knock it off the cliff again. And then when it hit the water, it would skip across the water, hit the waterfall, and evolve into a Gyarados. And
Yeah.
that's how you got the picture of Gyarados.
Yeah.
But
That's
could
cool.
you fail that many times though?
Oh, so many fucking times. All you have to do is miss one. You can launch the Magikarp off the fucking bank on the wrong angle, and he'll miss the fucking Mankey.
Oh, bro, I would rage so bad.
I'm
Yeah.
imagining so many clips rolling through it.
Yeah. I like those kind of Easter eggs where you have to go through real specific events to find something extremely interesting.
I
like
like
those
that, yeah.
things.
Yeah, it's almost like we are kind of almost Easter egg hunting. Like
Yeah.
putting ourselves in the Pokemon's habitats kind of gets us
And
to understand those Pokemon more, which we've never really
yeah,
properly
and
had.
like Legends just said there just now. I forgot his name, and I was staring at it. I just couldn't get my mouth to make the words. For Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, if you don't have the right item to throw at their eggs or to initiate the right sequence of events to get their eggs to hatch, then you can't get those Pokemon. Like Moltres is really easy because he's in the volcano level and his egg is right in the middle of your path. And to get it out of the way, you just got to hit it with a pester ball, and he gives you the pester balls for that level. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
like,
I really
boom, you're done. And but for like Zapdos, if memory serves, you've got to lead 3 Electabuzz across the map and then get them to form a little circle around the Electabuzz egg. No, it's a Pikachu. You gotta fucking throw apples for a Pikachu and get the Pikachu to fucking chase the fucking string of apples. And when he gets to the Zapdos egg, he starts electrocuting it, and that causes fucking Pikachu to or Zapdos to come out of the egg, and then you can get your picture of Zapdos. And the one for Articuno is even fucking harder, because, like, in that level, there's a Pikachu who's tied to balloons floating around inside the cave. And you got to hit that Pikachu. No, I'm lying to you again. There's Pikachus being carried around by Zubats inside the cave. And you got to hit the Zubat carrying the Pikachu with a Pester Ball. And that Pikachu would fall out, shoot out some balloons, become a balloon Pikachu. And then I think that's got something to do then with when you go down further. No, actually, you know what? Pikachu got nothing to do with Articuno. He needs the fucking Jigglypuffs. That's just a... Listen, it's been 20 years since I played this game.
Memory's a bit fuzzy
No,
from the
but,
scenes of things.
What on a 5-minute rant just to say, oh yeah, Pikachu had nothing to do with this, by the way.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, no, it was Jigglypuffs. You had to fucking throw Pester Balls at Jigglypuffs, I think it was. Or you had to play your Poke Flute for Jigglypuffs and interrupt their song. And once you got all 3 Jigglypuffs singing their song, then they would be around... No, they would float down inside the cave near the Articuno egg, and the Jinx that were around the Articuno egg would start dancing to Jigglypuff's song when you started playing your flute. And fucking their dance would cause Articuno's egg to hatch. It was really fucking convoluted. Like,
I like that, because if it was just simple as you throw an apple at an egg, boom, that's it, the Pokemon pops out, take a picture, done. That's boring.
Yeah.
What I will say this as well. When I was watching A Drive, he was on that river route he was doing. He had to do something to unlock a different path, but
Yep.
he hadn't figured it out at the time. He didn't know how to do it because he's never played the game before. So he had to
uh,
try to find all
can tell
the
you-
Easter eggs to get through it.
I can tell you how you do that. There's when you're going through that river level, there's little switches on the riverbank,
The button.
and
Yeah.
yep, and there are Porygons hid inside the wall.
Ah, Porygons,
and
not
they're-
Pikachus. Are you sure it was
No.
not Pikachu?
Yeah, they're fucking Porygon. And they're camouflaged to look like the background. All that's sticking out is just a little fucking triangle of their fucking nose through the fucking wall. And you gotta hit that
never
little
noticed that.
nose with a fucking pester ball. You gotta hit that little nose with a pester ball, and he'll hop out of the fucking wall. And most of the switches are activated that way, but I think the one for the alternate path is another fucking Mankey one where you gotta hit a Mankey further back, knock him off a cliff, and then when you come around the next part of the fucking river, he's in front of the button, and you got to hit him with another ball, and it literally sends him tumbling backwards, and he falls on his back on the button.
It looks
Yeah.
crazy because like I was looking at it, I'm like I couldn't even. I had no clue there were Porygon pieces there. Wouldn't even found that out.
Yeah, no, Porygon is in River and Valley, I believe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
In
Reminds-
River, they're disguised green. In Valley, they're disguised brown, but they're still part of the wall.
I gotta buy the
But
game. I have to.
I hope that the new snap that is similar levels to get the alternate path and legendaries, because otherwise it would be too
Yeah.
easy. You have to earn
I
them.
thought it was sick with that new trailer. We got the Lugia in the water coming through. It's like so. There's 2 legendaries that have confirmed. Well, 1 legendary and a mythical. You got Celebi and Lugia.
Don't
So I
mention
wonder how
that
many
name.
legendaries are going to be in the game.
Don't
Hopefully
mention
it's
that name.
not.
Well, I know that in the original, the only actual legendaries you could take pictures of were the 3 legendary birds and Mew. The only what you could technically get a picture of a Mewtwo, but it was a constellation that was inside of the cave level of like gemstones in the wall. And if you took a picture of the right gemstone in the center of your camera, then all of the gemstones would connect and it would be like an outline of a Mewtwo.
That's cool.
That was one of the little Easter eggs, like I mentioned before. How in the very first level, when you're going through, if you turn around and look behind you, there's a formation of rocks that look like a kingler. Then, like, you have to take a picture of that formation of rocks. You got to take a picture of the Mewtwo constellation. There's a really hard one in the electricity cave level where electric tunnel or power plant tunnel or something like that. I can't remember. But you need to turn on the power in the tunnel by getting Electabuzz to electrocute these generators, which turns on this big spotlight behind a fucking pile of debris. And when you're driving along, you look at the debris at the right angle, and the shadow on the wall looks like a pincer, and you got to take a picture of that pincer shadow.
That's cool.
I don't think I want to buy the game anymore. It sounds like too much stress.
Oh my god, this guy.
But I like those Easter eggs again. It's like I said again, I love the Easter eggs. So those small little Easter eggs, if you stumble upon them by accident, it's a lot of fun.
But see, though they're not really Easter eggs because you need to actually complete all of these little, like, find the hidden fucking whatchamacallit in each level.
Hidden Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, the hidden Pokemon artifact statue geologic formation, because like signs, that's what they're called, Pokemon signs. But you gotta fucking find all 8 of them or whatever it is, however many levels there are, to unlock the Rainbow Cloud level where you gotta take a picture of Mew. So you need to find all these to finish the game. Like,
Yeah.
That's cool.
But in the Pokemon Snap, I wish they could add similar mechanics, but they were purely Easter eggs. They had nothing contribute to the story at all. Just maybe in a 3 level, if you look at a certain angle, you might see a certain sign of a certain Pokemon. Let's say a Caterpie, for example, like that.
yeah.
I think what will be cool with this new game, because when Dan, you were watching that trailer earlier, you said I think this may be like a 6-hour one and done game. From what I'm hearing and what I have seen of the old game, this is not just going to be a 6-hour one and done game. It sounds like it's going to be 6 hours to get to the story, and then you have to do all the side quests to find all the unlockables. And this game sounds 10 times more complex than I think it is, rather than just taking a picture, moving on through.
I want it to be in depth. I want there to be lots to complete after the story, like with a lot of games. I want the shit to do afterwards, post game content.
Well, you're
even Cosmic said he's like, this looks like a mini game to me. It doesn't look like it's $60 worth of what I want to pay for this. And then I'm thinking, I'm like, well, cheapest is 40, but like think about $60 for the graphics, however long the gameplay is, and then the replayability after that. Like, this is not just a mini game; it's like a huge, complex game that most people who haven't played the game are gonna be really confused and not know what's going on, like us, who are gonna be playing the game for the first time.
I think
I'm
think
really
if it wasn't as in depth, maybe it would be a cheaper game. They wouldn't slap a full price tag on it, like.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they could just make us spend $60 like they did on that Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury, and then it ended up being an hour long.
But I think with Bowser's Fury, I think that's supposed to see how players react to it, to see pretty much is it worth going for a full $6 game for in that style of Bowser's Fury. Is what I think.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a Switch port of the game.
It's a good gamble.
Yeah.
I think it's
really
more
miss is like really long, weird, like convoluted Easter eggs in games. So in like Battlefield 4 or was it Battlefield 4? If you got like 20 people around the little boy on a map, then the flipping Megalodon would jump out the water, like and just wipe anyone who was still on the boy in that area. It's like you can't really see that in any game currently. There's no real huge Easter eggs that like the whole community can sort of find together or something. It's like
the only one that
thing.
I do know of the Easter egg wise is just Call of Duty Zombies. They're big on Easter eggs. Apart from that,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
tell you any other game. They have little like, say like there'll be a hidden
Small
poster
ones.
of like Ubisoft if it's a Ubisoft game, or a little hidden this, hidden that. Not a massive kind of
Yeah.
things to
Yeah,
do or something
I
epic
still
to
love-
see.
I've only done one of
I
those
still
Easter
love the
eggs.
meteorite.
I
I
think
still love
there was
finding the meteorites.
that
Classic Black Ops.
I think there was in some Battlefield or COD. If you go through a sequence of events, no, big sequence, you get unlock a extra cosmetics for your. You unlock the cosmetics.
Yeah.
I think whether my memory is bad or not. You go through this whole huge sequence of events to unlock an Easter egg to get a cosmetic. That's it.
Yeah, there was one on
Yeah.
Battlefield Hardline where it was this kind of opened, deserty-ish kind of map, and I can't remember what you had to do, but as the reward for it, you and two of your friends, one of your friends, can actually sit on this old sofa and drive it around.
Oh,
like
I
a
know what
car.
you're about. Yeah.
Like, that shit's mad.
That was a great Easter egg.
Like, you just see, like, a couple of guys just going "Vroom" on a fucking sofa, like, what? Shit like that. I love Easter eggs, so that's why I'm hoping there's a lot of that in Snap.
Brilliant. I like Battlefield Hardline's blooming reload Easter eggs. That was a good inclusion. I want more games to do that. Like, there's like a infinitely like really small chance that like instead of just doing a normal reload animation, they do like fucking the Force and you like float it into your gun and then that's
Yeah, yeah.
reloaded.
Yeah,
They were
I
so
remember that,
cool.
actually. Yeah,
Like
Battlefield
even they did
were
that with
good for
Fortnite
that.
as well. You get the brick wall, you place it up,
Yeah.
and there's like a small chance to be in a gnome in the wall.
Oh,
That was
yeah, I
us.
always wondered what that fuck that gnome was. I think it was
Yeah,
hard.
it's
Yeah,
something
that's
to
what
do
I
with
said,
Shape
Galen. Yeah,
World.
Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield Hardline had some good Easter eggs in it. I think there was even an Easter egg where you could get like a pistol now. Pistol's like obviously near enough the size of your hand, but this pistol in Battlefield was like it was like this big.
Oh yeah.
And you was
Yeah,
like
the
pew, pew,
colibri.
pew with
Tiny
it.
one. And you'd
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I watched my brother
colibri.
doing that.
The smallest pistol ever made.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. It's just sitting this little guy walking around this little gun like pew 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 pew. It was fucking tiny. So like Easter eggs, I can't wait to like. I hope they're not all obvious. Like you've got to throw these. What were they called? Like
Away.
Illumina orbs or whatever
Lumina
at
orbs.
the flowers, and then it makes the Pokemon do something. But I hope there's more than that. Like you have to do other shit to kind of get special shit to happen. Not where it holds your hand through it. I don't want to
I
have my
feel
hand
like
held.
there will be months on end of the community trying to find every little bit and piece of the game
And yeah, I actually
throughout
found the
each
drivable.
level. It's gonna
I
take
actually
forever.
found. Look at the video. It's actually a drivable couch. Yeah, I looked up. See, yeah, drivable couch.
The
It's a
drivable
good
couch.
thing.
It's fucking brilliant. I can't-
Yeah, it's really-
You literally just see people drive around on a sofa on Battlefield Hardline. Love it. It's so good. So
Also-
is everyone here getting Pokemon Snap?
I probably won't be
Most
because I
likely.
don't have any money.
I'm probably gonna watch some gameplay. If there's demo, I'm probably gonna try it before.
I watch people play it,
I
yeah.
really want to get it.
demo.
I
but
have a
as
recommendation
not
review
having a
you could
job,
watch.
I may not.
This fucking guy.
What's that?
You gonna say your name at least? Come on, you gotta do the real plugin. Come on.
This fucking guy.
Who Alpha?
This fucking guy.
This fucking. Sorry, I'm reading my chat as well to see if I've missed any input. To get chatter
I
involved.
say, to me, you're pointing straight up, so I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm pointing to myself.
Oh.
So for those that don't get the game, twitch.tv/IamDJK, I'll be streaming it non-stop.
There
Nice.
we go.
Or you can just
That's fake and
try
false.
the
You only stream
demo.
12 hours a day.
Or you can just try
Yeah,
the
just a measly 12 hours.
demo. If there's demo, definitely gonna try it out.
Actually, well, we're
Honestly,
here.
I'm
Daddy's
getting
gonna beat
Talk
the
about it.
Daddy's gonna beat the whole game in one stream.
It drops on a
Probably.
Friday as well.
Oh, that's good
Yeah.
timing.
I
Wait,
think
depends what
all-
time it drops. It better not drop Thursday.
Midnight,
It might drop midnight.
Probably midnight
Thursday.
release. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna be a midnight release Thursday night.
Yeah. I think all
I
major
would say so.
game studios does this.
Um,
Except for I think Monster Hunter always drops on a set.
What will it be? Yeah, but
Stop.
how will that work for different countries if it drops, say, like midnight for me?
I think it's midnight for them.
Yeah, remember Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
We both pre-ordered it. I wasn't able to play the game for 5 hours when you were playing it.
Yeah, that's
It
because
depends on the country you're in.
yeah.
Even more
You'll be able
reason
to
to
get the game
watch me on
5 hours
Twitch
before me.
because I'm in the future. I get to play it before the US lot.
Or if you're
Well, the
in,
Australia's 12 hours ahead of you, Dan. Calm down.
Shh, nobody knows about them. Everything there wants to kill you. So
I mean,
the game will
is
probably
a-
try and
then
kill
if
you as
care
well.
about
We do know.
your set.
like, I don't know, metal.
But
Don't know who that
if you
is.
want to go quickly, just move the Kerbals to your C plus 14. It's fine.
Yeah, Dan, I won't be watching your stream that day until I get my own.
Till you get your own.
Yeah.
Till your time zone
Which will be-
catches up.
Think
My
it's around
By
5.
the time I get my game, you will have beaten the game.
No, it's around 5
Possibly.
a.m.
Actually, that's not true. You'll probably be asleep by 3 a.m. that day anyway. You won't be playing the whole
Well,
entire thing. It's a midnight release.
It drops on a Friday, so he got
Yeah,
the whole night.
probably maybe it's 0:00 on Friday, the local time.
For those that are
much
getting
money
it,
do
are
I
you getting
have?
it digital or physical? I'll
Not
be
sure
going
yet.
digital because it's just quicker, easier.
I may be getting it physical because I have that Amazon card. So I may pre-order it like tonight. So I may get it like a day late.
Oh, you're definitely going to be slacking then. You're definitely going to be behind.
Yeah.
Will you get it delivered? You won't go into store to get it?
No, I have that Amazon. I mean, I could trade my mom the $25 Amazon card, and I can just have it added onto my account. I could buy the game.
Do
My
any
mom
of
would
you
take
actually
Amazon.
go to stores anymore to buy a game?
Yeah, fuck
Yes. Very often.
What about a
Bought this
release
last
game?
year.
A release day game?
Perfect, but I probably won't do that anymore.
Dan,
I
went-
Game, I'm not too bothered about.
Yeah,
I
I've got it
went
enough.
to GameStop to pre-order this the same day I bought this.
Pre-ordering as well, yeah, that's a fair shot. You get it
Yeah.
So
on
yes, I do
Amazon.
go. I do go. I don't order
Which-
my games online really. The
that's
only
a
game I ordered
perfect-
online was
Carry on.
the only game I ordered online was Overwatch for PlayStation.
Good
So
game.
then that's the perfect segue into
Swag way.
businesses. Shh, it's my thing, all right? It's a segue. Shh,
GameStop's getting canceled for
let
sure.
it
Let's be
happen.
real.
Let it
But
happen.
no, can't say much that I won't be from purchasing games physical anymore because the only story for much. We smell sell was a GameStop, real small, closed down 2 or 3 months ago. So I'll probably buy all my games online.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
but,
We still have-
but I probably, if I buy physical copies, I will not have them delivered.
So in the UK this week, our non-essential businesses have just opened. I know it's going to be different for Alpha, Link, and Splatty over down there, because it's different everywhere in the world for COVID and whatnot. But say if you're in our scenario, right, and your shops have just opened this week, we'll blend it in. What kind of businesses are you happy to be open that have been shut for months on end?
I'll start.
Definitely EB Games.
Well, the movie theater has been open here, but I haven't been able to go yet. I would very much like to go to the movie theater soon and watch a new movie that was coming out that I don't know, whatever's coming out.
You reminded me of a film or a meme then. I would very much like to go. Where have I heard that? I'll get back to you on that one. I've heard that somewhere.
Alright.
I don't know. I'll think on it. You just reminded me of something from somewhere when you said, I very would much like to go. I've heard that somewhere. That's going to annoy me now. shouldn't have said
That
that.
feels like Borat.
Let me look at
Or
that.
some film. Comedy-ish.
See, I know a lot of people say around where I live, when I've taken my kids to school, there's been queues and queues of people outside of barber shops. Those in the UK,
Oh, yeah.
Primark is
Primark's been
ridiculous.
packed.
People were queuing up. By the way, Primark, for those that aren't in the UK, is kind of, what would you say, Phoebe? It's like it's just a cheap
Clothes
clothes
store.
shop,
Cheap
innit?
clothes store.
Yeah, like a cheap clothes store.
Average
Dan.
FA, but they're also huge.
Yeah, they're
And they have, like,
massive
clothes
all
store.
over the country. But there's queues of people, and I'm like, what's so urgent about needing a pair of knickers for £1? Like, why is that so urgent? You can get shit
That's might be
delivered,
good.
and there's people queuing outside clothes shops since they reopened on Monday.
People want to shop.
I think it's just
Yeah.
a lot of like people just being allowed out. So like
Yeah.
the
The
freedom
freedom to
of
do
getting
it.
out of the house.
I want to know why
Yeah.
Splaty's grinning.
I found the meme. It's from Avengers: Infinity War. It's
Is
Rocket.
it?
Yes! That's where I've heard it. I fucking knew it. Yes. Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
jeez.
I very much.
peaked, you liked
Yes,
that, Dominic.
it is. Oh my God, it is.
Sucks.
Oh, I'm happy now.
Mad.
I'm happy. But me personally, I'm not really. I want to go back to the cinemas, like Splatty said. I'd love to go to the cinemas because I was meant to go for Black Widow before COVID happened, and then obviously it got cancelled because of COVID. So I very would much like to go to watch Black Panther.
Please.
Not Black Panther, Black Widow. Shit, wrong film. Fuck.
Black Panther. Wait a minute.
Rewatch it.
That was a little while ago, Dan.
Nah, the new one. What do you mean?
How many years is that?
That was for a few years, actually.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not. I could kill us about anything else. I stay home anyways. So
Yeah,
I'm
like,
really
a
excited
lot of
for
sh-
the
a
movie
lot
to
of
see it
stuff's
again.
just convenience now, isn't it? So like,
Yeah.
oh my God, can I just say, because I'm streaming at the same time, we have this bot in our chat, right, where we can catch Pokemon. And Carl in chat has just said that he'll be glad that he can go to a carvery again. And I've gone to check what this Ledian is, what if I've got it or not. I've done exclamation mark Pokecheck carvery.
I guess I-
We're sorry, Danny. Carvery's not in the Pokedex.
What? I can't believe I've just done that.
But I've checked the probably for us. No, at least for me, but pretty much none of business had the close, but I think the
New gen
cinemas
Northern
are
Poke-
temporary closed currently. Checked. Yeah.
See, there's not much that out there that I've been like, oh yeah, I'm so glad that's open.
No, for me it's
Pretty
deliver
much
shit.
everything's been open here.
yeah.
Yeah,
same
see,
here.
for us, it's only just opened. And pubs outside, you're allowed to go to the pub now, but be outside. So everyone's lost their
okay.
minds over here about that as well. The fact that pubs have reopened, but they can serve you outside. And there's just
mean, I
lots
guess
of people
the-
outside just drinking now.
Yeah.
Only thing that's really opened up is that I'm back full-time school starting Monday. Back with
Yeah.
everyone in my school.
Yeah, you've been off all this
No,
time.
that's a bad idea. They should probably do partial. Summer
Well,
time.
no. We've been doing the hybrid, so like half the kids go one day and half the kids go the other day since the start of the
okay.
year. But we're just now
Okay.
getting back to everyone being in the school starting Monday.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's crazy.
Fair enough.
Okay, but
Be nice to see all my friends.
at least for my school, I don't know, but how much depends on tests. We're a pretty big school as well, but I think yeah, much. I think 1 year at a time. I think 1 year at a time, also depending on which how you go, which course you go as well. So much 1 year at a time.
Splatty, what have you just done?
Why is it so big? What the fuck?
That's what she
He's
said.
Oh, God.
What?
Y'all
Wow.
owe me a Pepsi.
Don't carry on,
What, you
Splatty.
got a problem
Have
with
a
my
drink out
gallon
of your
jug?
bucket. Look, why is it?
Holy shit.
Why is it
These-
so big?
one-
I've got just
these
like
is
a
I mean,
one-
I can just do
kind
all
of
you
monster. Hashtag not sponsored. But my guy is drinking a whole keg of water.
Giant Coke bottle.
I mean, for all you know, it could be vodka, but
He's just like, I can't believe. Sorry,
Fucking
Link.
sugar. Fortnite character, bro.
I blame Splatty for that one. Americans do things different.
Just a gallon jug. I need my daily
Right?
water.
Bro,
Yeah,
you've
then-
never
I
seen
mean,
anyone
You
drink that in the
drink
UK.
when
I
you
don't know
start
about
talking,
Canada or
that's
Sweden.
weird.
no,
I have another one right here.
That's a
I've
bottle
never
of
seen
milk.
that before either.
That's
Like,
milk.
No.
Yeah.
It's water. It's just a regular water thing. Oh, there's no sticker on it, but
But
it's water. Oh, yeah,
it's-
there is.
Is it a milk thing
Spring
you
water.
fill with what?
Huh?
It's just
Oh, yeah,
a
no,
water
I've seen
I
those,
bottle.
thought me and Danny had the
They,
exact
they have
same
this for milk
reaction
too,
then.
but it's also just one for water.
That's full fat milk.
we got those jugs for water up here too. Like,
That's full fat milk for us, and they're not that big neither.
Yeah.
But with the blue
I
lid,
just choked
that's
my
full.
water.
That's full fat milk.
No,
But-
yeah, we have the same thing.
But
I have
it's
one of these.
just-
I have a milk one upstairs.
For
in the
me,
fridge.
milk jugs is a very strange concept because we also have cartons.
Yeah, we have
Carton.
cartons as well.
Can't.
Big
But
cartons. Like
we
this
have
big.
only cartons for milk.
Oh.
No other,
And the-
no other thing.
we got paper curtains for our milk.
Yeah, good paper cartons. That's it.
I was like.
But
plastic
Alpha-
ones.
Have you ever tried? Canadians are famous for bagged milk. Is for memes.
Yeah, I've tried bagged milk when I was up on the mainland. It's no different. It's just milk in a bag.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan,
I can't.
is there something that's having milk in cardboard?
But it's a
fine,
plastic
That's
coating.
fine. But it's a
it's a
jiggly,
fine
squishy
plastic
bag. It's
coating
fucking
around
weird.
the
It's
carton.
weird.
That's what she said.
Lethal. It's a fucking
That's what she
lethal
said.
water bomb.
Jiggly squishy bag. Come on, Dan.
Now that'd be a water bomb. God, that'd be sick.
your mates
Imagine that
coming
having a
home.
water fight, just a giant
You
milk
just
bag.
hanging out the window and one, you drop it on his head as he's trying to unlock the door or something.
Oh, on a hot day as well, you'd stink. Oh,
It'd be incredible.
Oh fuck.
oh.
I'm gonna do that now when I get
Alpha.
to uni.
Can you do
Oh.
something for me?
What?
Can you do that for us?
What's that?
Dropping a bag of milk on someone.
I don't have a bag
We
of milk
don't
to
have
drop on
that-
fucking anyone.
We don't have we don't have bags of milk here either. Not where I live. That's up on the That's mainland Canada, not on the island. We only got the paper cartons here because it's easier to transport on.
Is anyone
Wait.
like related into
Paper
this
carton.
topic? Wait. Carl, as you can see down in the chat below, anyone watching on YouTube, have you ever seen a bag of wet eggs being sold in a store?
No.
Bear in
No.
mind, he's British
No.
as well. What the fuck's he talking about? Has anyone heard of a bag of wet
Wait.
eggs?
What fucking part of
Okay,
Britain
hold
are
on.
you living in? Because I'm gonna stay far away
A
from
bag
there.
of eggs, I could understand, like a bag with carton of eggs, but wet eggs? What the fuck is a wet egg?
Yeah.
We only have the cartons of eggs.
Ugh,
I think.
that's
six-
What's a wait, hold on, I need to
horrible.
look it up.
Google it.
That
For
reaction.
those watching at home on YouTube, Google a bag of wet eggs. I would
Just
never
put it
spend
on.
my hard-earned money on that shit. That is disgusting.
the
Can you pull it
dry
up on the
bag
screen? Can you pull up on the screen, Dan?
I mean,
Dude, what is that? This
What?
is like pickled eggs. Is that?
Are they peeled?
Oh no.
No. Are they
Yo.
peeled?
Yo, $100, you drink the juice out of it.
Phoebe. Apparently,
Goodbye.
Morrison's sell 'em.
I was just about to say that. I fucking search result pings up Morrison's. Are you kidding me?
But-
Oh, that's
Why you want to
disgusting.
sell? They look
Wait,
like
hold on.
peeled eggs.
This one is
That's-
called a sack of wet eggs.
Dude, what?
Oh, that just sounds worse. Here, you want a sack of wet eggs?
Oh no. That's what you have been Flasher saying to you. God.
Shoppers horrified after spotting a bag of wet eggs.
Oh,
There's
God.
multiple bags. What is this?
I
Car,
hope he is well.
Hi.
Holy shit.
are they peeled or not? That's
What
the
is the
question.
juice? What is
If
the
they are
juice?
For
peeled,
those at home, wet eggs, ladies and gentlemen, wet eggs.
Oh, you know what else disgusting? Look at blue brain cheese.
I don't
That
I'm not
actually know.
googling
That
any
is
more
not
grim
it.
foods in wet, soggy bags. Thank you very much.
Let
I
me just
will
tell you, the cheese
stick
is
to
literally.
my
Oh.
eggs in a carton. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That's not.
Speaking of bag foods, though, has anyone here tried bagged wine? I know I'm 17, so I haven't actually drank anything really, but have you ever had bagged wine? Because that's apparently on like
I think
the increase.
here we have a pretty much, I think, we have a carton with a bag in a carton box.
Yeah, it's boxed wine. Like you can get a box here like that big, and then it'll have the bag of wine inside, and then some sort of like plastic nozzle on the front where you can kind of like squeeze it and pour it into your glass. They're quite cheap because I've seen them at like house parties when I was back in my day. At house parties, it's cheap booze.
House parties.
Yeah, cheap booze.
Yeah,
At house
I think
parties, you'd
that's
always
all.
see a box of wine, and then obviously when you're getting towards the end of it, you take it out of the box and you squeeze the rest out of the bag.
Yeah.
But I think
see,
there's
me
also-
myself, I was never a wine drinker, but I've seen it done 100 times.
See,
I've
when
seen
we
it
were younger
done.
teenagers at house parties, any alcohol that got you drunk would do the job. Like you knew you weren't picky.
Yeah.
Cider,
Oh yeah,
lager, anything.
For me, basically, once I fucking finished whatever I brought to the party, anything that anybody offered me at that point was fucking. Here, you want a drink of this? You want a drink of that? Yeah, sure, why not? Well, mix me up one.
Yeah,
Right?
You don't say no, do you? You just take it.
Yeah.
The caption of the wet eggs is a wretched image of massive sacks of wet eggs at the UK grocery store
No.
are
Oh,
into the
God,
wait
please. No.
Oh, no.
sliding it into your mouth, juice dripping. Nah, I'm kidding. I can't
No.
even read the rest of that.
Phoebe, this is our
No.
country.
sad.
What the fuck?
Disgusting.
That's the wet eggs.
That
This
sounds
is our
like the guy
country.
who's-
Our
That's one of
country's
the
not meant to
captions on the
sell
wet
stuff
eggs.
like that. Oh, what's
Oh,
people
man.
doing?
Dan,
should be
I
an
thought you had to
American
make your way over to the
thing.
US. You know your taps and your
Bro,
purses.
I'd rather have a bag of milk than a bag of eggs. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
And what's wrong with a bag of milk? The
it's
eggs is
just
literally
normal milk.
what is that? Do they just crack an egg and just let that thing just sit in the bag with the
I'd
put
Nah,
more
say
eggs
it'll
in
be
it?
slip
some,
it
like,
in.
Pickled.
Yeah,
egg
it says
or
it slides it in. Like what? Nah, that's kind of sus.
Disgusting. That sounded like a fucking script from that YouTuber that the whole number 15 Burger King foot lettuce.
Yeah.
It's like exact. We can read that in his tone of voice and it would still work. God.
Yeah.
It's
Carl.
boiled eggs in a bag of wet stuff.
Mate, I wish you never educated us for that. I wish you kept that to yourself.
Well,
I really do.
Yeah.
because-
educate me on that, okay? Educate the
Like, why do they
uneducated.
have to call it a sack of wet eggs as well? Like, come on.
Oh, because that
That's
just
a
makes it that much
personality.
better.
What a transition from businesses, non-essential businesses reopening to a bag of wet eggs.
Dan, you want
Put it
some?
on.
We'll
No,
ship
I
them over to your
don't.
house. You can have your
No.
bag of wet eggs at the squatty potty on the toilet. You'll be chilling. They'll be
Yeah.
flowing right through you.
At that point, I'd rather drink the juice out of a hot dog jar than the juice in that bag.
Oh,
For
Oh,
sure.
I don't know.
I
Actually, no, eggs
definitely
are
would
pretty-
Do you
eggs
want
are
to
pretty
drink
bad,
that
like,
sweaty
well,
egg
eggs-
juice?
Eggs are sweaty eggs. What
Oh,
the fuck?
Alright. Do you want to hear about an even worse type of egg? You ever heard of virgin boy eggs? They're fermented in piss.
Eh?
What?
That's an actual egg.
I've
Google
heard
it.
about this.
I think it's in Italy.
Yo,
or something.
Danny,
Okay.
eat one of those. You're gonna have to eat one of those.
That-
Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next
Like I heard of the virgin boy eggs. They were-
Yeah, they
I'm gonna have to look this up now too. Actually, do I
schools
want to look this up, or I'm gonna have to go
basically
in incognito mode for this?
What?
Oh, wait, it's the
Schools
first thing.
sell the
If you look up
urine.
virgin, that's the first thing that comes up.
What urine? Whose urine is it?
Oh, that's so
sorry.
I'm
gross.
guessing
Yeah.
young virgin boys.
Yeah, because you know, school like urinals or whatever, they'd collect all the urine from them, and then they'd sell them to these companies. That's how they are made. and people do
stop.
Oh my, Dad, look up a picture of that. Look up a picture of that.
No.
That is
No.
disgusting.
I'm not even gonna.
Eh,
think
Dude,
about
it's
that.
literally
Yeah.
the eggshell The eggshell is dark brown. The
Oh my god, he's not wrong.
what is
when
it?
you
The
just
white part
typed
of the
in
egg?
virgin.
It's folded. It's like wrinkly. It's
I'm good. No, I'm done.
the
I'm done.
yolk
I'm done. I'm
is
done.
literally like.
La 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 la.
Oh, that's my greatest contribution to this podcast so far.
Oh,
Carl, we appreciate you.
Also, yeah,
Now I know
Carl,
about wet
for that
eggs.
little segue. That's brilliant.
yeah, Carl.
Right,
you-
I'm actually not going to do a smooth transition. We're moving the fuck on away from sweaty eggs because I can't
Yeah.
cope anymore with
Uh,
anything eggs. I don't even
Oh,
think
wait,
I'll eat eggs ever
Speaking
again.
of wet eggs, on to the next topic.
I, I,
Angala's best.
Anything but wet eggs.
I
Wet eggs
feel ill.
sliding right into the next topic. All right, here we go.
What's something you thought was normal as a child in the past that you would find odd or weird in today's day and age? Day and age. Can't even English.
I have a. I have a. Good. So if we're back in like 2010, when they around that era, I was in first grade. There was this short song rhyme thing about how it's a blatantly racist rhyme thing song, whatever it's called, about how Chinese and Japanese eyes look and how the children will turn out.
Fair enough. Yeah, no.
For us, you didn't think about it. We were just cool for fun thing, hee hee. But,
Mm.
but power hindsight, it just be weird.
Also, like as a kid, learning songs with like swear words in and stuff like that, and never knowing
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a swear word, and never knowing what the word really meant. You just said it because song, sing
Yeah.
it, made up word or
Could-
something.
Yeah.
could-
Well,
That's
It always
Well-
hurts looking back on them. Like, oh,
well, here's one that like not a lot of people really know is like "Ring Around the Rosie." If now I might butcher this, I might not, but I believe it's actually about the Black Plague. Like
Yep, it
is.
is.
Yeah.
ring,
yeah.
ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. It was if you break that down, it's actually really fucking morbid because like
Yeah.
they believe that posy is a type of flower, I believe, and they
Yeah.
believed at the time that
Yeah.
it helped ward off the plague. So that's why you carried a pocket full of posy. And the ashes part refers to the burning of the bodies of the plague victims in the middle of the town. And we all fall down is because everybody's fucking dying of the plague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But in that,
Like, it
Phoebe,
is-
correct me if I'm wrong, when we sung that song in the UK, a tissue, we
It's
all
a
fall
tissue.
down.
Yeah, it's either censored or changed or something. But yeah,
That's
even then,
what
the
we
tissue,
had as a
tissue still
kid.
had
A
it.
tissue, we all fall down. That's what we had when we was a kid at school. Not ashes,
I had
ashes.
There's been a few things for
Yeah,
where the
ashes.
song comes from as well. There's been like there's the Black Death one, which loads of people say, and there's other things like maybe it's a cult like ritual, and it's been like somehow immortalized into this song. It could be about like many things. I don't know. I think the Black Death one is the best explanation because posies, ashes, we all fall down in like a euphemism for not euphemism, synonym for dying. It works the best, it seems.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have a kind of. It's not really a thing that I thought was normal as a child, but rather the thing that scared me, but I now find funny. So back in I want to say first grade, so like 6 years old, right? We used to have a summer camp you go to for after at the school when your parents go out of work, and they set it up in groups. So first through fourth grade. Well, first grade had a blue group, and then second grade had a green group, whatever, for those grades. But they used to have these field day events every week, and there was one of these events where one of the counselors dressed up as Man Bear Pig. Now this
Man Bear
scared the living shit out of me.
What's
Man
the-
Bear
Sorry,
Pig.
quick Google.
Yeah.
It'll probably pop up
Is-
with South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'll pop down.
Yeah. But basically, there was a hill in the back of the school behind a fence. It was like kind of towards in the back of the woods, towards where the river was. And everyone, all the council, like, look over there. I look over, and it's just this Man Bear Pig, fucking grown man, sitting there. Then one of the counselors goes up, they start having a fight and he just knocks him out. They're staging it. That shit scared me of walking home from school for about 2 to 3 years until I figured out it was just from a South Park episode.
That's.
Yeah, that's.
Wasn't
I'm
very
looking at like
nice.
2 versions. There's a South Park one. There's like a animation style one, which looks fucking terrifying.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm
the
just bringing it
animation
up on
style.
screen now. If this is what you saw, bro, I'd be. I wouldn't blame you for being scared.
I was like 5, 6 years old.
Like, bro, that.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like, look at this shit. This is. Oh no.
Okay, it wasn't like that, but like
no,
it was.
no.
They dressed up like it was close.
That's sketchy. That's like very sketchy.
Yeah.
Just like causing kids trauma, kind of sketchy then.
Yeah, I was
It's
literally
Man Bear
scared for 2
Pig.
years. That's the same thing as well.
He's half man, half bear, half pig.
One third actually.
So- you know how the Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3 they make fun of horror movies.
Yeah.
In the third movie, my uncle's watching it with his friends, and I was watching it with them. I was like 7 years old. And there's a part where the ring, she comes out of the TV, scared of
Yep.
the TV for about 4 years.
I mean,
I was
I get that.
literally scared of the TV.
Sorry for laughing at that. That's funny.
From Scary Movie
I
3
wa-
too. It's a mimic. It's like supposed to be making fun of the movie.
I can relate to that. When I was like 8 or 9 years old, I watched The Exorcist 3,
Oh, God.
and I've seen the first 2, and they didn't really bother me. But for whatever reason, Exorcist 3, there was something about it scared the shit out of me. Right? To the point where I slept with a fucking light on in my bedroom for like 4 years, man. Like
Wow.
long before anybody fucking should have been sleeping with a fucking light on. Like you don't need a light on when you're 13, right? Like
Hmm.
And I never watched any horror movies as a kid. That was because my parents wanted to protect me, or yes, no, never really got fan of horror movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've only
don't
seen a
particularly
handful.
like horror movies. What I do like though is it cryptology, or I think it's cryptology, isn't it? Which is like mythical beasts and shit.
yeah.
I
yeah,
read up on so many of them to scare myself with them so many times. Fucking New Jersey Devil and shit like
Yeah,
that.
the cryptozoology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cryptozoology. I was gonna say, or is it zoology? Never mind. It's a combination of the two.
Cryptology is mathematics such as number theory and the application of formulas and algorithms.
Yeah, that's why I did. That's why I didn't quite correct you right away because you said cryptography and it just hit the ear and I was like, yeah, that's a thing. But
Yeah. I don't know.
It's pretty much it's pretty much the
So, like,
mythical creatures.
Loch Ness
Assume
Monster and
Bratton
stuff.
for studies in
I didn't
Tell you
think
what,
it was funny until
something
we
that
started
scared
screaming.
me when I was a kid. How we've gone to this, it's a bit mad. Goosebump books. I used to love
Really?
reading Goosebump books, but they used to
Oh, fair
freak me
enough.
out as a kid. But I used to keep reading more and
Yes,
more
yes,
and more,
yes.
even though they scared the living shit out of me.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they
They're
made the
big too.
movie, like a couple of years back, oh my god, it was like my books come alive.
Oh, I was scared of that movie too.
Huh?
Oh man, I love that movie.
It was so
I was
good.
scared of
I
that
had-
movie.
Jack Black. It was such a
Jack-
good film.
I was gonna say Jack Black was amazing. Like I can't believe I'm saying it, but Jack Black made an amazing R.L. Stein. Like
Yeah, he did.
despite not looking anything like R.L. Stein, he made an amazing R.L. Stein.
The only reason why I
Well,
was scared of
Dance the
it
Witches.
is because I would watch that when I went to a snowboarding trip. Because I used to go, I think it was like Tuesdays after school. They would they'd make you leave early, and then you would go on a bus to have the coach buses. So they have the movies up on small TVs. So they started playing
Oh yeah.
Goosebumps, and it was I forget. Danny, you good?
I'm sorry. I forgot to mute the sound on my stream avatars, and I've just heard one of them fart in my ear, and it was proper wet and sloppy. So Splatty's all being sincere, telling us a story, and I just hear
Legends,
Brilliant.
stop it.
Oh, that's
I need
funny.
to. Oh, that's my fault for forgetting to turn that off. Right, sorry,
So-
Splatty, carry on.
So basically, I don't remember the name of it, but it was the puppet.
Oh, fuck.
I remember it coming up at the end of the movie. I remember it was like a
Oh,
little
like
jump
the
scare at the end.
was it called Slappy? No.
Yep,
so, something
Slappy
like
was
that,
the
yeah.
puppet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah.
that jump scare got me. I think it was a jump scare at the end. I think, and it got me or something. And my friends
Oh,
kept
man.
saying, I was like, what? I was 10 years old. My friends kept saying, "Oh, he's out the window." I'm like, shit, like get scared.
Yeah, it makes
Friends
sense
are
at 10
evil.
years old. Yeah, you'd be scared of things like that. I think we all was at that age. Like, that shit's
Man.
not. Even now, I'm scared of jump scares. I fucking hate jump scares. I'm a sucker for them. I fall for them every
No,
time.
jump scares don't really get me so much. It's the lingering thought scares.
Oh
The
yeah.
ones that, like,
yeah.
The ones that plant that little seed of worry in the back of your head, and it's just like, that it's not gonna happen, but it might happen. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're horrible.
It's like the ones
Yeah.
that are realistic enough as well. Like horror movies about like serial
Yeah,
killers
right.
or something as well. They
Yeah.
fuck with you because that shit happens.
Yeah.
Whereas,
like
yeah.
showering, like since I've been here by myself, I've noticed myself being like a little bit. It's like, I know I'm here by myself, and I know everybody in this community. Nobody's here gonna fucking hurt me, but like, I'm in this shower by myself, man. What if this fucking serial killer just like materializes in the fucking, like, in the
Yeah.
bathroom right outside, just like,
I did that in
Has-
the basement. I used to be so scared of my basement, and now that I live down here, I'm coming down the stairs. It's pitch black at night, like 3 in the morning. I'm sitting there, I'm running through my basement trying to get to my room.
What
like-
about when it's night time and you've had to go downstairs for some reason? You turn the light off. Then you have to make that.
oh,
You move.
You gotta
so you
fucking
turn
down
into
the
the
stairs, man.
Flash because you think there's some
Yeah.
fucker behind you
Matt.
chasing you, and you don't want to turn
Yeah.
around just in case there is. That
You close the
feeling
door
is
behind you.
horrible.
I bet I'm safe. Yeah.
And you make it towards the
Like you-
light, and you're like, and you turn around, look down at the bottom
Yes,
of the stairs, and look at
Carl.
the stair, and you're like, yes, I made it. I survived.
Have you seen the TikToks where it's like, you turn off the light, and
Carl.
you run up the stairs, you get to your bedroom, and you jump in the blanket, get the blanket over, and the devil, the whatever's chasing, he's like, fuck. Walks behind, walks out the door.
Yeah, like a shadowy figure's like, fuck. Well,
Yeah.
that's how
Carl
they act.
just mentioned another fucking fantastic classic horror movie was fucking The Haunting on Hill House, man. That was a fucking amazing movie for back in its day. Like,
I've not seen that one.
Not watched that.
I know of it, but I've never watched it.
man, if
That
it's
was
the same one I'm thinking of, it's like fucking 60 years old. Like, it's black and white. Like, in
Well-
fact, fun fact about Haunting on Hill House, there's a scene with a big blood stain dripping through the fucking ceiling. The blood used, quote unquote blood, since it was in black and white, color didn't matter, so it was actually fucking chocolate syrup.
That's cool.
That's
I
actually
like
quite
that. I
right,
know
yeah.
another cool thing. What is it? The movie Psycho. The stabbing sounds were made by stabbing a watermelon. It was the first film to feature a flushing toilet.
Oh my god,
Just
that's
weird
actually
yeah.
really
things.
clever.
1 second.
That's awesome.
Chat have just mentioned as well, moving back to video games, Phasmophobia is a scary game. For those that watch my streams, twitch.tv, IamDJK, go give me a follow, you know you want to. There's a clip on there of me absolutely shitting my pants because I hear thudding above me of like footprints above me. Then I hear her come down the stairs. I don't want to move and approach it because who fucking does that? And then as I turn round, there's this old ghostly woman stood there, and I scream, throw my headset off because I was playing in the dark, no lights on. That
He's-
shit's terrifying. And now it looks like Galleon and Kat actually want to fucking play that game. So if you
I'm
want to
down.
play it, I'm
I
down
would love
because I've
to
got that
play it.
game.
I'm
'Cause it's cool.
down. I have the game as well. Let's boot
I
it
want to
up.
get it.
That game's
Like,
so much
Yeah,
fun.
When I
I
first
need
saw it
I
coming
need
out,
to
I
play
was
with
like,
other
I got-
people to
sick
hold my hand because I'm a little bitch.
I played it so much. The first like 10 hours of me playing the game, I'm sitting there like, I need somebody with me to go up the stairs. I'm not going in this room alone. But then I'd be sitting there, I'm like looking at a journal, and then I turn around, everyone's in the fucking truck, and I'm like, a walkie-talkie. I'm like, hello. They're like, oh, you're on your own, man. I'm like, what? I'm like running back to the truck.
But you
Yeah.
can't
It's
even
the
move
fun-
that.
See,
I can't believe people play
Man, I've seen this
Phasmophobia in
one when
VR.
you-
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
it's
playing
VR,
it in VR.
Phasmophobia.
No, no, no,
Oh
no,
my
no, no.
god,
even-
yeah.
I don't want to
no,
feel like
no.
I'm actually there. Fuck that.
It's cool.
Oh my god.
yeah, no,
no.
I seen this one TikTok of this guy. He had like the screen split so you can see his gameplay on one side and him sitting in the chair on the other side for the video. And fucking, it's just like his character's point of view. And he's just like, all right, we're going to go around this corner here now. And when he opens up the door, he just cracks it open. And like the ghost woman walks by the fucking door. And he's just like, no, we're fucking not!
The game
That's
is so much
amazing.
fun. I love it as well when you walk out the door and you close the door on your friend, and then the door actually locks on them because the ghost shuts on them.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that freaks you out. Or the lights turn on their own. Or I've
Yeah.
had one before where a car alarm will set off in the garage. And
Yeah.
obviously, when the car alarm's going off, it's so infuriating because it's loud, and
You
you
have to
don't
find the
want it
key.
loud because you want to hear shit. So when
Yeah.
that shit's loud, you
Yeah.
don't know what's creeping up behind you or what. Oh, bro, that. Oh,
Yeah.
And you gotta sit there looking through the garage. Where's the key to shut off the car? Oh my god.
it's
Right?
stressful. That game is stressful on your own. That's why I feel like if you play it with
Oh,
other
I've
people.
yet to play it on my own.
Yeah, I
I
played it on my
love-
own and no.
I love like actual ghost hunting programs as well. Not because like I think they're real, but because you obviously know they're like staged most of the time. I think there are a couple that actually try to do realistic shit, but there was one that appeared on Gogglebox a few weeks ago, and these people were staging it, whatever. They had like stuff set up so they could do like a knocking sound somewhere, whatever. And they'd went to some old Scottish castle for the thing. They'd had it for the night, and they were in there. And then some stuff started happening that they actually hadn't planned for, and you could tell because they were starting to get really freaked out. And you could hear this weird clawing sound in one of the rooms, and they started getting fucking freaked out as shit. One of them went downstairs, left the cameraman and this girl and a mic recorder in this room. Fucking bat flaps down from the ceiling and scares the shit out of them. It's brilliant. It's so
Fucking
good.
bat.
Ah,
Oh no. way.
Oh.
that's perfect. See, like,
Yeah. It's just, oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so down to play
Oh.
that game.
Yeah, we'll have to fit it in at some point and get us all on it.
Gotta do it before Pokemon Snap, before our lives invest into that game.
Yeah, we'll lose a lot of time in that. Another swagway.
Swigway.
Fuck you.
Swagway.
Swag.
Swagway.
What's the
Swagway.
stupidest thing you've done that you've actually got away with?
Oh fuck! Now you're asking me. to
Mine, I
say
can
it,
tell
but-
you mine while everyone wants to think about theirs. When I was a kid, I used to sleep in a room downstairs. No, it wasn't under the stairs before you even start. And I had there was a downstairs bedroom, and I used to sleep in there, and I was right next door to the kitchen. So over night time, when my mum and dad had gone up to bed, I'd sneak out of my room, open the big fucking long cupboard that goes from the floor to the almost to the ceiling, and we had like certain racks with like loads of chocolate bars in. I'd go in, pick
Yeah.
two of them, go back to my room, stick them under my pillow, and then I'd be set. Little feast. They never knew because there were that many chocolates there. They had no idea that I was the chocolate snatcher. I used to get
Nice.
away with it so much, but it kind of backfired because I always just felt sick afterwards. But I never got caught, even to this day.
Fair enough.
No,
I have-
They're watching your stream right now, Dan.
Imagine.
the one thing I can go up with, so not the stupid thing of my part, but I think what happened, I think eighth grade, ninth grade, can't remember which. I woke up to like, I had alarm for like 1 hour before school started, but I turned off the alarm, but I went back to sleep, woke up like 15 after school had the classes started. Because I woke up all alone. I was well rested after this. I made a quick sandwich, put on my clothes, and biked so fast to school, like mid to 10 minutes for waking up to be in class. But I didn't get any suspension. It's not get any detention of it.
So you literally got away with
We're
it. either
coming
way.
1 hour late. No detention at all.
Lucky.
I always got
Maybe
caught for
mi-
that shit. I never got away with that
maybe-
shit.
I
I
had that
think-
happen to me last year, actually.
But that was actually quite no. Could also be either two reasons could be conflicting. One was a lesson where you catch up with work, and the teacher that was here was quite shit. Is an extreme shield dude, and a good teacher
I
as
have
well.
one.
Eh,
I have one. So, I think like 5 or 6 years ago, I was in Boy Scouts. I did that for like 5 or 6 years. And there was one time because we go every Monday. There was one time I just didn't feel like going, and I have sometimes when I eat eggs, I get like sick.
God, don't bring up eggs
But
again.
I do sometimes get sick. I get like a bad feeling in my stomach, and I just feel sick for like a half hour and then I'm fine. But this one time I had eggs before it was we had like a breakfast dinner kind of before Boy Scouts, and it was eggs, and I just didn't feel that great, but I was fine. I was perfectly fine. I just felt a little fine. And I told my dad, I was like, I'm really sick. I think I'm gonna throw up. I don't really want to go to Scouts, but I just really didn't want to, and I still felt fine. And he's like, all right, whatever, we won't go this time, because he wanted me to make sure I was always on time for sports and everything. So I didn't go this time. Felt slight. That was fine. About 3 hours goes by. I'm actually sitting there on the toilet, throwing up in the toilet but you know, it's fine. I don't know why, but I was just throwing up.
Damn.
That's all. That's all I had to say.
I thought a couple
Why
of
did you
things
make
were-
it weird at the end?
I think a lot of things that you get away with as a kid, you like try and forget you did, I guess. So it's hard to think. I'm sure I've done horrible fucking things in the past I've gotten away with. I can't think of them, I can't remember them. I've gotten away with a fight at school, I remember that. I think the biggest thing is having, obviously, not being out with my parents for however long, but I had a pair of
That was
trans-flag
not
thigh
English. I'll have
highs.
to put it right there.
But yeah, no, not been out to my parents for a while, and I still have them. Had them for over a year. A pair of trans-flag thigh-high socks, and they were like one of the first things I got, kind of, upon realizing, just as I don't know something. I just love them underneath there.
Still getting
yeah.
away with it to this day.
Still getting away with it now.
Sneaky, like a snake.
I know.
Come on.
I got a
Sorry,
skirt as well
I
recently, but I'm
love
gonna be
that
open
video.
about
I'm trying to think of worst things that I've done and I've actually got away with it. Like, I'm shit at stuff like that. Like, people in chat, like Kat, for example, she spotted straight away that I'm a terrible liar. I can't get away with lying to save my life.
I can't either. I never.
that. I find it
was-
hard to, but I can do
I
it
was-
if I like think of a good reason.
I would say from toddler age to like year 8, I was a little shit. But after that, I've always been like kind of an innocent kid. Say what you want. So I never really got into trouble, and when I did, I would try to lie, but my face would always blush when I would lie, so my mom would always know if I was lying. So I just never got away with anything really.
Oh, cool thing to know if someone's lying. They touch their nose or ears a lot, because if you're lying, your sort of blood pressure increases inside of your face, and so your ears and nose and stuff like that, extremities, start to feel hotter, and so you start touching them as like an involuntary sort of way of just messing with them or something. Is what your body does. So I guess that's something you can learn. Yeah,
I'm gonna start reading people now.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking right.
But
Also,
there's
eye contact's
something
hard.
about kids that you can easily trick them so when like it's tell them that one of the body parts is, let's say, ears are becoming red when they are lying. So they're like covering their ears so they don't.
Yeah. So I've heard that a
Or
lot from parents and stuff.
their neck, something like that. So they will instinctively cover it because, of course, they are. But then they're only showing to the parents that they are lying. I think they read it like cause half a year ago, something like that. From a while.
It's a good thing to get parents to know whether a kid is lying or not, though.
I
'cause
actually
if they're
remembered
it's
of
wrong.
one thing I did. Mine and Beth's first house together. We used to have some friends around every now and then, and we used to have a drink or whatnot. And there was, I'm sure I've told this story before. And me and my mate at the time both got dared to do it, and we've run down our main street in our boxes and got away with it. Like no police saw it, seen us, and kind of off one of kind of the side streets is a police station, so we had
My
to run
God.
down the middle of the road at like 2 a.m. to get to the train station, like the train lines that go across our main road, and run back. And it was the first person there had to down whatever drink was there, and yeah, got away with it. Didn't get caught. Did not get caught by
Nice.
police or no one.
That reminds me of a story actually. So in my neighborhood, I know pretty much
Splaty,
everybody.
can I
in my neighborhood.
pause you? Leave and rejoin because you're very out of sync.
You're very out of sync.
What?
What?
How's that an insult?
What was I
That-
saying? Oh yeah. So I know. Am I good? Am I good? Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I'm
good
in
now.
sync?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
Why did you make that weird? Why are you so weird? Okay.
So basically, I
Good.
know pretty much everybody around my neighborhood. So when I have friends over, we like to just walk around the neighborhood sometimes, or just ride our bikes around. And there's this one spot we go up. It's like you go up a hill, you go down a hill, like down a street, and it loops back around. We just kept walking that loop one time for like hours upon hours. And then at nighttime, we figured, oh, it'd be a good idea to ding dong ditch. You know how that goes. So we sat there every day for about 4 days of just sitting there hitting the same houses over and over again. There was the
dumb
one
scum.
time there was like 7 of us at this point because we started getting all my friends to do it, and oh my god, we got so lucky. I don't know how we got out of this, but we'd always have 2 people go up and do it at once. So then everyone else would be sitting in the street getting ready to run. And there was one time while I was in the street, 2 of my friends went up, and there was my one friend in the back with flip-flops on. Dude, like, what are you doing? So we're all running down the street. My friend's running down. My friend's sitting there. All I could hear is the fucking him running down the street. And we're like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, just run on the grass next time. So we're running down the street. The guy comes out. He's like, hey, we're like, just kept running. My friend's sitting there like, what? Like, no, keep running.
Just
What?
stops, turns around,
Yeah,
responds to
but
it.
later that night, we decided to hit another guy's house. But we had like a little bag of popcorn, like half full, and he had a really long driveway. So me and my other friend went down with a bag of popcorn. We dinged down this, let the popcorn on the door, and ran up his driveway, and then ran up the hill. And at the end of the hill, there's like a intersection to another street, and all we hear and see is a light and a dirt bike coming up. We're like, oh no, we're fucked. So we're sitting there, we're trying to run away. 2 of my friends jump in the ditch on the side, and they left the 2 awkward kids, me and one of my other friends, to sit there and talk to the guy. He's like, so what are you guys doing? We're like, just walking around. He's like, all right, yeah. So what's this? He pulls out the bag of popcorn. We're like, oh no, we're fucked. He's like, we're like, well, we just figured to give you some popcorn. He's like, all right. He starts pulling his dirt bike away. The light flashed in the ditch. He's like, I see you guys. And then he drives away. We're like, oh shit, we got so lucky with that.
That's funny.
Jesus, you just about got away with that. Holy shit, you lucky bastard.
Yeah.
I think some people do like to fucking freak kids out though with that. Just like they've caught them and just sort of think they're angry, but they're not. They don't really give one.
Yeah. You just troll in.
It was like
Yeah,
9
yeah.
o'clock at night, so we wait till the summertime, so it doesn't get dark until like 9.
Mm.
So we were messing with some people.
And sometimes this does get dark till like. They're not dark at all.
Yeah, it's like late.
Actually, this is speaking about doing stuff and not getting caught. How has Banksy done so many of his pieces and stuff? No one's seen him do it or knows who he is. It's mad because I
Boris
don't think it's
Johnson's
like
Banksy. Calling it.
he.
Plot twist.
Bang.
It's like he does them just randomly. People don't know when they're coming up. The flipping people who own the buildings or whatever don't know it's happening. It's mad.
Yeah.
And
He
they
does
go
that
for
as well.
bank. Excuse the pun, but they do. They got like there was one, weren't there? Like the whole wall was taken down and like fucking sold to someone that had his art piece on or some shit. And no
think
one
so,
knows
yeah.
who this guy is or what he looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
mad.
don't know who he is or what he looks like.
Search up Banks. It pretty much is a anonymous graffiti artist.
It's good at
That's
what he
Yeah,
does,
yeah.
though.
It's good. I like
How
his
he's got
art
away with
takes.
it for so many years is
Yeah.
because he's got to spend time on that art though. Like it's not just a 10-minute job.
He's there for a
No,
while.
he's there for hours. Like,
Yeah, I think
fucking.
he probably does it at dead of night.
There was
does.
there was a video of I think he did it himself because do you know Grayson Perry and Grayson's Art Club or something. It's a show he did over lockdown where people would send in work, but he'd also do spotlights on certain artists, and Banksy was one of them. And I think Banksy he didn't talk during the video or whatever, but he had a camera set up, just filming him doing a piece on the wall of a prison that was a prisoner abseiling over the wall, using like a typewriter, as like the rope or something.
shit.
It was a good piece. You can Google it; it'll probably come up. The better job.
Carl's
than me
reminded me
explaining
of something in chat that he said it as a joke, but I think it's the guy from Art Attack.
it. Oh my god!
Art Attack, for those that don't know, was when we was younger. We had a program that was just all about like art, and he'd show you how to do arts, crafts, big arts, small
crafted stuff,
arts, all kinds of random shit. And the host of that TV show, there was actually a heavy rumor / meme going around that he was Banksy. Neil Buchanan, I think it was, weren't it?
Yeah.
And it was
Oh,
going
okay.
around Twitter like hellfire that he was Banksy till Neil Buchanan himself come out and said, "Look, you need to stop. I'm not Banksy. It's not me." But if that was the case, that oh my god, someone who'd been watching our TV for years as a kid turns out to be Banksy.
Right.
Like, it'd be bizarre.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see it coming. But it made me giggle when I seen it.
I think that's a good thing Banksy has going for him. That's good. His like anonymity.
There we go.
What words would you use?
Yeah.
I think it's like yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Anonymity. Anonymity.
yeah. It's just like
enemy.
it's like Nemo trying to say anemone.
Enemy.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. The
We
heated
are
debate
not.
is it aluminium or aluminum? Aluminum.
It's aluminum.
Are we going down this rabbit
Aluminium.
hole?
Yeah.
I don't want to start
it.
the. I don't want to. Phoebe,
No,
did you
no,
miss the
no,
tap
no.
topic? We had a debate on
Wait,
stream
was
earlier
that
Fun,
today.
the hot
actually.
cold taps or something?
No.
From what I remember, Danny, Alpha's dad proved you wrong. And he had
Alpha's
a
dad.
pretty funny line.
What was it? Faucet is the type thing. Tap, it's just the.
The discussion
Water
was Phoebes, right? I was trying to tell Cosmic, you know, a boiling hot tap, like a tap you turn on, and you get boiling hot water like immediately. And Cosmic was like, "What? What's one of those? What is that? I've never heard of that." Turns out in the US they call it a faucet. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
a
yeah.
tap. Apparently,
It's
a tap
faucet, yeah.
is something that you have on your wall outside.
Not
Yeah,
just
that's
that.
like for hosts,
No,
I'm pretty
not-
sure. I think.
no.
But
No,
then
it's not quite that.
at the
but-
same time, when we all looked into it and had a massive argument, massive debate about it, they both practically mean the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same word,
Yeah.
pretty much.
They are synonyms.
Well-
They're synonyms.
Well, they're synonyms today because of like a breakdown in the way things actually work. Like if you took apart the handle assembly on your faucet or your taps or whatever you want to call it, like the actual part you turn, if you took that handle off, there's a spot underneath that if you put a flat blade screwdriver in, you can take the and like
We're losing him.
He did.
Yep,
So,
we're
I don't
losing
know if
him.
it's on my end or on his, but it's
I think it's on his
glitching.
end.
On my stream, look at his face. It's gone.
Oh, I got the same face. Yeah.
Yeah, his face was
Oh.
just...
He's
Hey,
back.
Alpha, you're
back.
back.
oh no, fuck's sake.
Oh.
the disappointment. No.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry, mate, but you're going to have to start all over again because we missed it all.
no.
Not all of it.
Shit.
90% of it.
Well, basically, like the reason that we call taps is because the inside assembly that connects to your water supply lines, that rotating valve, is essentially tapping into the source of water. Like that's the threaded gut of it that rotates and lets the water up through through the gate valves and all that, and into the faucet itself. Like to be technical, your taps are the parts you turn, and the faucet is the big gooseneck that feeds your water. Like
Oh, that's cool.
Gooseneck.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like,
I think
Never heard of
it's
the
No matter how you
If-
explain it, my point is it's a tap. That's a British word that England or the British language
I
created.
think it's
My point is you're wrong.
Americans,
It's not a British term. It is not a
Americans
British term.
call it
Can
a
you hear me?
faucet, which
It
I
is not a
googled
British
it.
term.
Google it
It
yourself.
It is
It's a
not
French
a British
word.
term.
So
It is not a British
Americans are
term.
like, let's
It's
call it a
not-
French
Okay, we-
fucking word, even though it's a fucking tap.
we already had this discussion.
No, it's not a British term. Then we still call it tap water.
I want to bring
gonna
bring
say-
up another massive debate topic.
Can I say
So-
something? As I think it's convenient in every language. As I think it's same as font and type, something else. They have been interchangeable. Types, right, something like that. They have been mixed together. So font is generally how different TypeScript, I think it's called. TypeScripts are called. No, it's not TypeScripts. No. Basically, bunch of English words are messed up, simplified, and whatever.
Still a tap.
I'm tired.
I'm just
Still a
looking at
tap.
what
Did you
Carl
just
said. I'm
I
just
didn't
looking
hear a
at
single
Carl
word you
said.
said.
I think it's.
No, no. Not you, I got you.
I think in English and every other language that has been modernizing, terms have been more interchangeable than ever.
My guy has
nothing to
travelled back in time. He's
Done.
playing with a
I'll just look
fucking
at it.
fidget spinner.
Oh, even cooler. It's a 3D fidget spinner with skateboard bearings.
Oh my god. Why are you flipping?
Oh,
Phoebes, what was
back
your heated topic?
Oh, come on
Well,
then.
I'll just get out
don't know whether we
my Captain America's
debated it
shield
before.
fidget spinner.
Oh my god.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
It's actually
It's-
so if I
got
were to
like
spin the star,
5
just to
years
show you, it
into-
actually spins. Cool, right?
Uh,
Anyway, what's your
actually-
debate, Phoebes? I'm interested.
Go
what are you
on.
gonna make
I
us argue
don't know
on?
whether this has been done on this channel, but who would win? A billion lions or one of every Pokemon? I love this debate so much because it's funny as shit.
Oh,
to
one
me.
of every Pokemon for
Uh,
sure.
yeah.
A billion lions.
We have
like,
lions.
a billion.
Billion lions,
A
though.
billion
Really?
lions. That's a lot.
Like, there's only like
Remember,
1,000 Pokemon.
Pokemon can
There's a
fly.
billion lions.
They in the long run,
Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon will win.
yeah.
Yeah,
But how
They-
I was gonna
billion
say-
lions, though?
Carl literally made my point for me in chat. Arceus is literally God.
Yeah,
just
Arceus could literally just go.
Yeah, but like,
Gone.
what if you base Arceus' power on
No,
like,
that's
them
Thanos,
in,
Dan. Get it right.
they're, like on the them in games and shit, where a 10-year-old can catch him with a fucking ball and a team of like 6 Pokemon? Wouldn't
still
that then
have
apply
lions
to
in
like
Pokemon.
lions? Like 10 lions would be able then to overpower Arceus?
There's still lions in Pokemon.
Phoebe, I
Pyro.
hate you right now.
Pyro and Lickio.
Thank you, good. I'm glad. I love this debate so much.
I don't know though, because like you have to look at like the power output of certain legendaries alone. Like if you have all of the box legendaries together from Arceus right down to Mewtwo, think of Mewtwo alone has the psychic power to lift up 1 billion fucking lions and then melt their
drop 'em.
fucking brains. Like
Oh, well, I was gonna say just drop them, but yeah, melt
Yeah,
the brains
that's a
works
fair
as
point.
well.
But then again, there's like 1 billion. Would he be able to even see 1 billion in like one span?
he could
But,
take. He can.
What about
He can control fucking
Rayquaza?
minds.
What about the
Well,
flying
Rayquaza,
Pokemon? The lions can't
Yeah,
get the
if
flying
Rayquaza,
Pokemon.
It lives in the
Like
atmosphere.
they've
It
like a
lives in the
giant
ocean
stack
layer.
of lions, and they have one at the top that just tries to swat them out of the air. There we go.
You're
It's
stacking
one
lions on top of
knockout.
each other like a totem pole.
Lions are dumb as fuck. Okay, that's kind of dumb as fuck. But
No,
they're
like-
not good. They ain't that smart.
If
Basically-
one,
You basically just asked whether or not a billion Pyroar could take on everything else in the fucking Pokemon universe, and the answer is fucking no. It's a fucking.
Just put a water type up to it. It's all set.
yeah,
Yeah, but
or
Lions are the
Heatran
water type,
with
aren't
the
they? Normal lions don't have
Heatran
fire.
with
fire.
What about Darkrai? Because I don't know if anybody else has played Pokepark too. But Darkrai has his own little realm in that game where he just fucking pulls shit in there. Just fucking grab lions and fucking
True,
pull
but
them
then
in
this
there.
was the thing. How do you base the power? Because again, in the games, throw on Pokeball at it, boom, you've caught yourself a literal nightmare demon. I love this argument though. It's so
I
dumb.
know. I think it always comes down to
What if
Yeah,
you're...
but
your
How are we
argument-
basing... Right, so how are
you're-
we basing it though? Is it off like... Because Carl just said in chat down below, with the Pokemon run out of PP, if you're saying Phoebes, like
How's
the
it
base,
opening up,
you're
yeah.
doing it from the game, you can throw a ball at it, you can catch those Pokemon, like you say you could with the lion, or you could use 6 lion against 1 Pokemon, whatever. Would those Pokemon run out of PP?
Yeah.
Again, it depends on which moves they had, but
Yeah.
probably yeah. If, you're
Also-
taking on, if you say there's like one move to kill every lion, and I think most
Is
Pokemon
this
average
Fisher,
around like
maybe?
70 PP
Fisher
total.
Earthquake?
70 times 1,000, still a lot less than 1 billion.
Okay, let's just take every ground type Pokemon, rock type Pokemon, especially the round ones like Alpha has said, Explosion, Earthquake, Curse Snorlax +6, Earthquake. I'm just saying, we got ground types.
Snorlax plus
Okay, but
6
Earthquake's
against
don't-
lions.
Can I make a really good point? In the long
Snorlax
run,
toxic stalling
the
the
flying
lion.
type would win the war of nutrition.
Snorlax
Wait,
toxic
what?
stalling
It is in
the
the
lions.
ocean layers, really eating off the water droplets, whatever. It's up there. You're chilling until all the lions die off. Then you're good to go home or whatever.
You would get all the leftovers.
Hey, Snorlax didn't even feast afterwards.
Daddy would eat all the leftovers.
Oh my god.
But what about like the Pokemon that are naturally sworn enemies, like Seviper and Zangoose? Well, didn't they just
Oh, they're
instantly
fucked.
kill
They're
each
gone.
other?
Woo,
They
they're
just
gone.
instantly kill each other as soon as they appear.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what
Isn't
about
there-
like Pokemon that get
Isn't there
tired
one that's
and
like
shit?
Scyther and there's another one, right?
I'm not sure.
Scyther and something else.
Scyther and
Electro-
Electabuzz.
Yes, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
because
That's
when it comes down to it, the only one that's got intelligence is, I'd say, Mewtwo out of them all, for having the
No, I like
smartest
the
mind.
Maybe
Darkrai,
Because
Darkrai.
all of, yeah, but if you think about it, what I'm trying to say is all the others are kind of classed as animals. I know the Pokemon, but they're kind of like animals. So
I'm
just the same with
saying, I play
lions. If there's
Pokemon.
male lions there, the lions can even turn on themselves as well.
Yeah.
as much as the Pokemon could.
What about
Little
Randy Monkey
little announcement here, guys. I got PPO open. I've been grinding for some ER encounters. A notification just popped up in chat. The server will be restarted in 10 minutes for an update. So
Easter
in 10
event's
minutes we are
gone.
gonna. In 10 minutes, the Easter event is leaving, and we're probably gonna have to all download new clients again.
Oh, rip.
God damn it.
Dan's opening up the game right now. All right, fuck you, podcast. All right.
Right,
These
thank you
two
very
ex-
much for
these two
watching,
exist.
and we'll see you all next
Yeah.
week.
Wait, you actually ended it? Wait, you actually
No,
ended
no,
it?
no, no, not yet.
No,
The Pikachu and the Fearpoint did exist, so you can just keep using transform or whatever.
Yeah, well, then just
Yeah, but
one
what would
line
it transform
one
into?
shots it, is it? Just
Uh,
Form Mewtwo.
It can have a scratch by tail whip maybe,
Oh,
and
dude, Ditto's useless though. Just turns
What
into
does
a lion
Tail
and
go-
then gets swarmed
what
by like
is
5 other lions and
Tail?
dies.
What is
No, because
Tail
Ditto
looking
could
to
only
do to a
transform
lion?
into an enemy. And in this
or a
instance,
book.
the enemies are the lions.
It could also turn into a book if you're really feeling spicy.
Has any of you played Pokepark?
No.
No.
I'm just saying, if you ever do, they're the most intelligent creatures. They know how to speak English.
Damn.
to each other.
Yeah. They got English subtitles for me. They're pretty smart. I'm just saying. Pokepark 2 especially, they figured out a good case to solve there. They lost their good friend Piplup at the start of the game.
Okay,
Yeah.
But
cry.
how do you know that humans have? But here's the humans could figure out how to translate these Pokemon thoughts, translate how the Pokemon talks to English, so we can see it, read it, whatever. Unless there's voice acting, they can use the
Steve, what-
translations.
One other argument about all this too that kind of just doesn't sit well with me is that Phoebe said it's like, oh well, Darkrai has the power to fucking, like you said now, suck something into its own pocket dimension, but a 10-year-old can throw a ball at it, and boom, you have yourself a literal nightmare demon. Okay, but lions aren't throwing balls.
Aye, but
Yeah.
it's like the concept of, it's this powerful being, but at the same time it's weak enough to be defeated by like a 10-year-old kid. You can catch it, but then they can also just feint it with like 6 Pokemon. Maybe even 1.
Yeah, but they're also using 6 of their own kind against them. They're not using 6 lions.
But now you get into the argument of how could you judge the power of a lion against a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, then you would literally
You
have to
put-
take like the base. No, you'd have to take like the actual base attributes of a lion, like their top speed, their bite strength, and all of that, and then like say
Physical
take
attack,
it.
special attack.
Literally, you would have to assign stat points to it, and then like put it up against an actual Pokemon, and be like, all right, can this lion survive being electrocuted by a Thunderbolt? Probably not.
Again, fair
Just-
enough, but
If
that's
it's
also the thing
Just
with
like
TP.
Pichu staring
through
at
the
Dan right in
heart,
that top left corner.
Because if you have even 1 amp that goes through the heart, you're dead.
But it's like, you
Yeah.
use Thunderbolt on 1 Pokemon, okay? You fainted 1 line out of the blooming 1 billion that there are.
Okay, but you also have electricity now flying all across the fucking battlefield because once, like, it's just a constant fucking. Because you don't
Raising
have
my hand.
one electric type, like, you have. And then you have streams of fire shooting across. Like, it's not going to hit one.
What about
it's gonna fucking
area
knock out
affected
30.
as well? Because all these lions, I imagine, are all clustered together. So
Well, I have
one
like an
lightning
infinite
bolt
plane though.
could
You get your
take
rain
out
setter, you get your
50,
thunderbolt.
5,000, like with one lightning bolt, depending on the area
What about-
of effect.
But then you're
What
also
about it
thinking about the
as
Pokemon
well?
being smart enough to work together. Most
Yeah.
Pokemon don't have
As
that
well.
like human-like intelligence
I
to plan and
fucking hate you right
strategize.
now, Phoebe. I love you, but I
Let's
fucking
say,
hate you right now.
hey, okay, let's say there's the partners. So you got Landorus, you got the trio. You got Landorus, you got Tornadus, and you got Thunderous, right?
I hope so, Carl.
If you were to set up Rain, Thunderous is going to fuck you. Tornadus is going to set up tornadoes and fucking fuck you, and Landorus has Earthquake, you're fucked, and Rock Slide, you're fucked. Just saying.
Earthquakes don't do shit.
Those three alone, I
Earthquake's
feel
just
like
a
would,
vibration. That's it.
Yeah.
depending on how big the earthquake is, it can crack a
But
hole in the earth.
Well,
Earthquakes
Hole
only
in
dangerous
the earth
if
not gonna do much.
there's objects that can fall. If there's an infinitely flat plane, earthquakes are gonna be absolutely useless.
You can set up
Unless-
Blizzard.
If Pokemon
Freeze
have
them to death.
PP, do lions have PP?
Oh no, because the
Yeah.
lions are animals.
Right, well, lions win then.
Male lions have people.
You
All
can
the
even
use
if the
Pokemon,
lions
all
did
the
have
Pokemon
PP,
are
they'd
going to
still-
run out. All the Pokemon are going to run out of PP
No!
eventually if there's a billion lions. So
No!
lions win.
That's
And even if the lions did have
No.
PP, they have a combined total of more PP than them
Okay.
in
Oh my god! This
Pokemon's
is
in the
anyway.
anime.
torture!
In the anime, has Ash's Pikachu ever died or fainted from running out of PP? No. He can use Thunderbolts.
No, but it's fainted
What
to a
about
level
that
5
episode
Snivy.
of
It
Metapod
gets
versus
tired
Metapod?
though. It
Harden
gets tired.
never ran out.
Yeah, but it gets tired. It gets exhausted.
So what?
That's the thing in the
The
anime.
lions
Yeah.
are exhausted.
In the anime, they get
What do
tired.
you
Like
think
Pikachu, you
Yeah,
can
the
see
lions-
Pikachu in tough battles go through physical exhaustion.
But do
Mm,
you think a lion isn't going to go through that? A
Yeah, but there's a
lion
billion of them. If
You
one
can
gets
still
tired, it's just gonna
weather
lie
tennis.
down and then get
the
taken.
Pokemon are gonna
place like
fucking win. I
5
don't
other
care.
ones.
1,000 Pokemon are much more intelligent than a fucking lion who can go roar. Like,
Yes,
come on.
if you just use
Rawr.
explosions and surf, it's gonna destroy lions.
Yes,
There's-
sir.
There's a
What do you
Pokemon.
want?
Wait. I just thought of a 5-ed play. Is there a Pokemon that knows a move that's like a nuclear bomb?
Explosion.
Well, that's a-
I guess
Explosion, but that's not a bomb.
explosion.
It's not a
We
nuke.
need a nuke to get rid of
Explosion's
these
a nuke.
lions. An explosion can
explosion
be
is
like,
nuke.
and I could create a tiny little
Tiny
explosion on
lions that
my
takes a
desk
bite
and
and
call it an
scratching on it.
explosion. It's not going to
Dan.
do much.
Dan, remember the
When you're making
what
love,
I-
you have an explosion.
Suffocate it.
So there's different types of explosions. It doesn't mean it's going to wipe out
And-
a billion lions.
Or you could judge explosion on the fact that it doesn't damage the surroundings when you use it in the games. So that means it's
Yeah.
obviously not a massive explosion, you know?
This
Well,
fucking
no,
guy.
don't-
Oh, fucking
No,
God.
think about it though. Explosion does damage to all Pokemon surrounding it. So like,
Depends on the size of the explosion or what type of explosion. You could
But
also,
here we
I
go
have
wanna
an
again.
raise-
explosion. You could have an
I
explosion
want-
in
I
your
wanna
pants. That's not going to kill a lion, is it?
But if we do,
I want to raise another point here now too. That Necrozma, if Necrozma has access to its Ultra form, then which all it has to do is fucking latch onto Solgaleo or Lunala and then eat a bunch of light. If it has access to his Ultra form, it can. If its fucking Ultra move, light burns the sky and literally fucking destroy the fucking planet. So like.
Okay, but then you kill the Pokemon too, so no one wins.
Here's another question. What about G-Max Pokemon and Megas? And Z moves. You're fucked.
But yeah,
You
but
ain't
they
win
need
that.
stones. You need
But
stones
remember,
for them.
You
Do you think
literally
do you
can
think
take a
Pokemon's
cop,
smart enough to put a
G-Max
stone on
Copperajah,
itself?
Max
It needs a
Rockfall.
trainer.
Like, have you seen that thing?
No,
Yeah, that's also
Yeah,
contained in
remember-
an arena, isn't it?
Dynamax only exists in the Galar region because of Dynamax particles.
True.
That means the battle have to happen in Galar.
Which is based on
And
England. Last time I
actually,
checked, there's no massive plains in England.
and actually,
Oh.
this works as an argument for Mewtwo. Again, Mewtwo in canon is the only Pokemon to have self mega evolved because it was its own trainer. So
That's
it
kinda
had
cool.
its own
I don't
mega
know
stone. So, and Rayquaza can mega evolve without a stone too. It just
Well,
needs
what-
to have a
That's the
medium.
primal forms, isn't
the
it?
primal
Yeah.
Kyogre and
No,
whatever.
No, it's not. It's considered. Rayquaza is considered a mega. The other two are primals.
Oh, I don't know.
What
I thought
about
it was
the primals
Delta, though.
themselves?
Let me
Uh,
just show this
What
example
about
right
primals
here, right?
themselves? They
Each-
could exist
Yeah,
by
but
themselves,
what
right?
Phoebe's also said though, these Pokemon in the story are all powerful, almighty, yada yada yada. They can still be toxic, stalled, and defeated.
mhm.
How did we beat Ultra Necrozma?
Well,
One
What
of the
the fuck
ways
is a
is
lion gonna do?
toxic,
Gonna toxic
and
all
it'll
you, a
die to
lion?
toxic. So it's not that powerful when it comes down to it.
The lion is not gonna
Mhm.
toxic
Oh.
stall a Pokemon, all right? But let me
the
give you this
connection
example,
to the
right?
server was just lost.
Can't
Each
say he's got an
quarter-
example he wants to say.
Each quarter is worth 10,000 lines, all right? Let's say G-Max Copperage uses Max Rockfall, right? That fucking thing is... They're all dead. They're
I'm
not
sorry,
coming
but I
out
don't
of
think
that.
you can fit
It is
like.
stuck on them. They
I
are
don't
dead.
think you can fit 100,000 lines into one of the little arenas that they use in the
Oh,
Galar
I-
region. I don't
oh
think
my-
they're that big, are they? Max,
You could-
G-Max fucking Stonefalls, like, I don't know.
Okay, you get how many
50
rock
meters
falls
long?
in a how many rock falls are in each
3.
Pokemon's movesets,
Sorry, I'm
right?
just checking how many grey hairs I got from all this stress.
But then you have to add on every other G-Max Pokemon, Max Rockfall, or you have Max Steel Spike, where they're literally stabbing them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but then
Pokemon
again, it has to be
Pokemon are way more
Galar region
talented,
to
just
use
saying.
these G moves, and then also, don't you need... Oh no, you don't need stones in Galar, do you?
Literally, lions clean themselves by licking their balls, and that's all they're known for.
I mean,
alright?
most animals
So,
do, don't they? I'd assume Pokemon do as well.
No, we give them baths, alright?
Oh,
We
I love
feed
this
them
debate
too.
so much, though.
For everyone watching on YouTube, what are you? Team 1 billion lions or team nearly
Team
1,000
lions,
Pokemon? Let
yeah.
us know in the description comment section below. Let us know
Let
in
us
the
now
comments
know.
below who would actually win. Because
Team
Phoebe's
lion.
being a dick and put us on this debate. So let us know
God.
what you think. And on that note, we're going to wrap up the podcast. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you all next week. Some brand new topics. Probably more of the similar people. Chat as well. Thank you very much for joining in all the conversations as well. And we will see you all next time. Peace out.
See
Bye.
ya.